Alrighty guys, today I want to go over kind of my experiences going through the end game as Ines. The background footage you have here is me just quickly running through 400% dungeons. Pretty chill, pretty easy. With Ines, it's honestly just a breeze. She makes quick work of everything, especially with the build that I'm running. But I thought this would be a good background footage, kind of showing you the 400% before I jump into the boss fights. So I've been grinding the Defiler, doing it solo and in co-op play. And I just want to say it is so much easier in solo play. It is not even funny. I'm going to be showing you my runs on solo compared with in co-op. And it's not that the co-op ones are necessarily hard, but it feels like the boss's RNG and the mechanics he has are just so much more annoying to deal with when there's other people. I think that's because of the RNG and how he's gonna aggro different people and different things. But I think the main takeaway is that this game really needs to add a taunt system. It needs some sort of way to draw aggro on purpose. You have tanks in the game like Ajax that don't get to like do their role adequately because that's just not how the game's designed, and they want you to be doing like what this video shows, just going through and one-shotting hordes of people. This is all fun and dandy, but in a boss fight I do expect there to be some sort of team play if you're allowing me to do it in co-op. Now I could show you the rest of this run. It was pretty easy and I one-shot the boss at the end, but I will jump straight into the boss footage. So I'll start off on the solo runs. No, this is a duo run. I'll start off with... Okay, so this is a solo run. So I'm Ines, using my Ines solo boss build, and all you do against the Defiler is I jump in circles, doing the jump tech, where you sprint, and then at the apex of your jump, you pop your one. And when you do that, she actually doesn't slow down. So that's how she can strafe this boss a lot easier than some of the other characters. If I were to run, it wouldn't do that, which I don't know if that's actually advanced or not, but not everyone I think probably knows they can do that. Anyway, you just run in circles to the boss, you launch it with your one over and over until the boss dies. It's pretty easy. The boss will do stupid stuff like this, but you're allowed 3 deaths, and honestly you should just use them because you get your mana back. So when you're out of mana, just get yourself killed, revive, and you kill everything. Or kill these roly-polies and get their health and mana and use that. So like I'm dead, boss is at half HP, I can just run back and one-shot him now. Easy peasy, I have full health. This doesn't take too long, it's an easy grind, and it's pretty fun. This boss does not have an invulnerability phase, which makes him infinitely more fun than the other bosses. And the only issue I have with him is that he favors... that was a terrible jump. I deserve to die there. This boss definitely favors Ines over any of the other Descendants. She's the only Descendant besides Bunny that can just run in DPS the entire time, and this boss is constantly attacking you and hitting you with stuff. Like, he's just making your life miserable. He's raining acid from the sky, he's poisoning you, he's doing super poison, he's doing AoE berserker rages on you, and just overall running you down. So if you're playing a gun Descendant or someone like Haley that needs to set up and shoot at him, there's not a whole lot of opportunity to, and he moves around like very, very rapidly, which can make it really hard for people to hit him. But where Ines comes into play is she doesn't even have to worry about that at all. You know, she can just do this, right? I'm not aiming at all. Like, my crosshair's way over here and I'm hitting way over here. It makes life extremely easy. And, you know, I think this character was meant to be a mobber. I don't even think she was really meant for bossing. But at least on this boss, she clearly was designed for him, as she was the only Descendant that can really deal with him. But you're only doing it with one ability. Now I want to preface this with saying I haven't been playing the game for a super long time, but I do have fully built Sharon, I have a fully built Viessa, fully built Haley, fully built Valby, and a fully... am I forgetting somebody? Oh, and a Freyna, fully built Freyna. And I have the ultimates for the ones that have the ultimates, obviously. And none of the other Descendants can kill this boss nearly as easily as Ines can. I mean, obviously I'm dying here, but I'm not really paying attention. I'm literally watching TV while I'm doing this, and I'm just, you know, just trying to fight the boss. Now, I'm gonna jump over after we kill him here, and we'll move over to the co-op run so you can see the difference there. One thing I'll point out is that Ines trivializes a lot of this boss's mechanics. Her auto bouncing with the 1 kills all of the ads the second they spawn, and it blows up his little defensive barriers. So when I shoot this one, it's going to bounce to the boss, it's going to bounce over to the other one, blow it up. That ruins actually the shield that she gets that absorbs the super poison, but you don't actually have to think about it. You're just going to randomly have a shield. Like, I have a shield now. If he super poisons, I'm a-okay. But as you can see, I take the boss out easy, no problem, and you can just spam it all day. Now, of course, I'm dying, but I'm not the most invested. I don't have the best external components, for example. Now, jumping into the group team play, I'm doing this with a Ultimate Glay and I think it's Enzo, is that his name? Or Esimo. And these are the main people I usually will do the co-op with, grind the bosses with. Now, we do kill this boss many times, right? We grinded him for about 30 minutes, so I can talk while this is going. And I want you to see how much more obnoxious this boss fight is with other people. For the first off, it is nice that he's targeting someone else, right? He's not targeting me, but the boss will change who he's targeting just on a dime, where he'll like AoE slam someone else and you won't know that you're like barely in range, and you'll just also get hit by it. Also, he goes into rage mode obviously way quicker, so he's gonna end up doing his like little baby monkey rage like that and insta pop on the other guy, which means I get killed, even though I can't see that he's about to slam. Because he slammed the other guy, I die. Also, every time you're trying to res somebody, or you're about to get rezzed, he just starts raining the stupid green poison dots on you. So like, I can't res him obviously because he's in the poison, both of them are. And then if I go to res him, luckily he's stunned, so I can. But if I do it wrong, obviously we just all end up wiping and we're gonna lose. So that can be a little bit annoying because he doesn't really want you to revive him. I think there's 2 things they could do to make all these fights way easier, and they have mentioned in gameplay improvements that those are going to be coming, but they haven't said which things. What I want is I want to be invulnerable when I respawn. For some reason, you can die on respawn. It's happened many times on this boss, and you'll see when I die and respawn, I get hit by the green poison cloud, and it will do damage on some of the times. It might be a bug. The other one is I think when I roll, I should be invulnerable. At least for a second, a brief window, there should be some sort of invulnerability. The fact that there is not some sort of invulnerability blows my mind. I think it would make the game feel much better. A lot of people think rolling is useless and doesn't even matter. And I think a lot of the time they're right. I like rolling, I think it's cool, but I think playing a gun descendant or somebody who doesn't spam abilities and just run around feels infinitely worse because you don't have that invulnerability frame like every other game does. Because this isn't like a spacing game, it's not a footsies game. If it was, I'd be okay with not having it, you know. Dragon's Dogma doesn't have it. That's fine. I don't think Monster Hunter does either, but it's more of a footsies game, you know. You're trying to like keep your distance and all that. This game's not. It's a power fantasy. Let me feel the power, you know. I don't think I should feel neutered all the time. Let's see, is there anything crazy that happened in this fight? I think my very last run was actually pretty sick. I really liked this last run. This was a clean run, so right before this run, we got wiped. It was horrible. People were pissed. The boss did a whole bunch of bullcrap mechanics, but I think on this run, I don't even take damage, if I remember correctly. Let's see what I end up doing here. Okay, I took damage there, but I know I don't get downed, so... Now, the Glay is using a shotgun build, and I want to say Enzo's also on a full shotgun build. So they're doing all the braking for me. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I just get to spam my abilities, which is nice. And we are down a player, and it's scaled up for max players, but there's only 3 of us. So that is also another notable. Oh, yeah. See, I just dodged everything there. That was clean. That was clean. Yeah, whole team's down. Oh. I thought that was my clean run. Hold up. Is that not the one where we... Is it not the one where I flawlessed him? Huh. Well. Maybe it's not the one where I flawlessed him. I did one where I flawlessed him in our group, and it was really cool. but my point stands. I would really like them to add immunity on dodge rolls, and I think these boss fights, for some reason, as you can tell on this, they just seem way harder in multiplayer. I think in single player they're just so much easier. I can one shot literally every single boss in the game that I'm allowed to private. Like, that's dumb. I can't in multiplayer. Even if my whole team's running the same build as me, that one shots in solo, we can't one shot them in multi. I think that's stupid. Now, some of the bosses we can as a group, right? But as it gets harder, you can't. But then I can swap to my private and I can. I just think that's kind of cheesy. Not super big fan of that. But that being said, not a whole lot more to discuss here. This was just kind of showcasing my Ines, kind of what she does in these fights. The problem is if I swap to anyone else, I can't do these fights. And if I'm not on Ines, my team also isn't able to clear this. It really feels like this is just the first Ines right now. I mean, she's just so busted. Brena felt incredibly strong before Ines. Now that Ines is in the game, my Freyna isn't getting used. She doesn't feel as strong. And I don't super know what to do about it. Like, I'm trying to run her in Void Purge and she doesn't do anything. She can still do 400%, is fine, no issues there. She can still solo bosses, that's fine, but her inability to be used on Void Purge is just crazy. And I know they're changing Void Purge, so I'm not gonna make a video on Void Purge, but I want my Valby to be good. I've spent so much time on Valby and my Valby just sucks. Like, I have like 3 fully functioning cracked out builds on her and it just doesn't do what my like Ines does with like little investment. It's just so frustrating, but that's a whole nother video. If you guys liked what you saw today and you want to see more stuff in the future on the first Descent and get my thoughts on things, you know, just like, comment, subscribe below. Come watch the streams on Fridays. And you can also go check out my TikTok. I post a lot of shorts over there. I've been trying to post the same things on TikTok and YouTube with shorts, but I have a lot more stuff over on TikTok. So check that out as well. But love you guys so much, and thank you for watching today.